Certified freak, 7 days a week. You guys love it when a white girl raps, don't you? So fun. Um, we had a lot of fun this morning with our little downloads about makeup and skin color, skin pigment. I grew up in New Jersey, and it's like my neighborhood is like half black, half white. We have a few, we have, okay, I'm sorry, I'm talking from the 80s when I was a kid. We have a few Indian families, but that obviously has grown, and now we have like a pretty large Indian community. Um, we have, when I was a child, we had a small Asian community that also has grown. Um, yeah, but when I was a kid, it was mainly like half black, half white. And most of my friends were black. Yeah, I was the, what did they call me? The, what? I can't remember the freaking word now. When you have, oh gosh, what the hell is it called? Anyway, I was like the only white girl in my group. Okay. So, that's how I grew up. So I like to make fun of white people because I think they're mostly stupid. And it's pretty funny because people think I'm like a Southern California girl. Like, I am from the Valley. I am from Southern California. And like, I'm not. I am straight New Jersey, right? I'm Puerto Rican as well. So, soy Boricua. Yeah. Okay. What do you mean she's Boricua? She has blonde hair and blue eyes. Yeah, she does not look Boricua at all. Yeah. Actually, there are blonde Hispanics, believe it or not, and they're from Spain. And that's where the blonde Hispanics are from. And I also am Taino. Um, so yeah, I have native in me as well. Um, I'm from the I'm from Mallorca, I think. And I'm from I also am Irish. I'm also Scottish. I'm also English. I'm also from Wales. I'm also Norwich. I'm also what else am I? Oh, Polish. Polish and the Germany, yeah. I've talked about that a little bit. So yeah. Yeah. I'm a mutt. I'm just a Mexican, okay? I'm a Mexican, okay? Um, all right. So, Brenda, Hawaii, and a space invasion. Sounds fun. That's what I saw in my meditation yesterday. I saw an old friend of mine named Brenda be extremely scared when she saw a space invasion in Hawaii. Mukalakahini, come on, you wanna lay me? All right, I am so serious. Stop. Okay, today's Antarctica news. First, let me get some lotion because dry hands are real. I am literally a weirdo. Yes, I am. Nice to meet you. What can I say? Corporate got me like this for 10 years. I've been like this for 10 years, okay? I've been like this all my life, but I'm just saying. I guess like 20 years? I don't know. Um, okay, can I please take this seriously? We are in a meeting on a Zoom call. Take your work seriously, Alyssa. Okay, let's see. Last time I was eating the pot smokers, and now I am eating the people who do uppers. Okay, I am eating people who do illegal snorty snort drugs. Okay, that doesn't mean I'm actually doing them because the space drugs, right? Space tech is in the room, right? We all got that. The space tech's in the room, and that's what that means. So lots of yeah. So that's what I'm eating now in Antarctica. Uh, Victor was told he was going to get a live demo of how people turn away from God, and then he could move to Antarctica with her. He did get the live demo. He did see the entire thing live on camera, and then he got booted from Antarctica, and his guide said, "Don't worry, you will get it. Nothing you do on Earth matters except to worship Alyssa," meaning the Antarctica life is real, and this life is incredibly fake until you make it real, which would mean worshiping the real God. My name is Alyssa. Hi, nice to meet you. My name is God. Okay. He thought someone would come and rescue him and take him to her, like a supernatural experience that never happened. And I just sort of explained why your inaction in 3D life is affecting your life in 3D. You should take action in 3D life towards me because that's the only thing that matters. And that's what my dad keeps shoving down my throat. So I'm pretty sure that means he's shoving it down your throat. I did write about that, so it's probably somewhere in these long ass notes. Obviously, it's not just Victor, it's a group of people. Okay, when you get the boot in Antarctica, that means when you kill yourself in Antarctica, okay? When you do that, your personality completely changes on Earth, and it's happening quicker and quicker because this is another quickening, right? We've been through the quickening before in 2017, remember? This is another quickening. I got the message staged attack imminent, anticipation for global world order lockdown imminent, look for signs. Sounds like an SOS from a friend of mine. Sounds like that's communicato between him and the Mayan alien, which is extremely real. Beginning of the years, I had to fold my brothers because they were in trouble. And so I folded all four of them. And I'm feeling extremely nauseous talking about this. So that's what I did in the beginning of the year. I started doing it the end of last year, started folding my brothers to help them, basically to enter their energy and help them. My grandmother made Claire go to college as soon as possible to teach the Trickle Down economics group a lesson. They thought they won against Princess God and could have a normal life, and they couldn't. And they found out very quickly that they were the living dead, the walking dead. Link keeps saying, I thought you'd be happy. The game is resetting. I believe that's called the Great Reset, which we do not want. We want the Great Awakening. I want to be in my castle. That is my freaking will. Link was obviously a lot of people yesterday. We're all feeling nauseous today. I think you're dying, kiddo. They're talking to me. I think that's what Link means. We're all feeling nauseous because we're all feeling the space codes coming in. Last time they were more subversive, coming through the airwaves in her apartment and through the light, trying to force me against my will to do things against my will. And it is not a joke. This time they are extremely direct about it. Alyssa set us free. Let us live at will. Let us live at our own personal human will, um, which is basically non existent. You have the power to do it, or we won't budge. And we won't let you drink wine until you do it. And I'm constantly hearing through the airwaves, Alyssa, I hate you, Alyssa, I hate you, Alyssa, I hate you. And it's coming through a very evil mom group. I'm constantly hearing threats against myself. I was taking Fresh for a walk a couple minutes ago, and I felt like they wanted to run me over with a car. And obviously, we can feel those psychic visions when they come through, and that's obviously extremely illegal. Okay, there was some really gruesome footage yesterday, which some of us did see and some of us got a download of. Some of the evil parent group is resistant to goo codes because it's my good and it will erase their singular evil gross will. Lots of paranoia in normal human functions. That's like on a daily basis, because people are afraid of there's no walls, and so they're afraid that there's no walls and people are listening into them on the bathroom and stuff like that. Paranoia generally leads to anger, and anger and rage leads to a gigantic release of space drugs into the commune. My grandmother changed pictures. Means that grandmom is a new one that is completely aligned with Alyssa, showed up and was never Christian. It's sort of like the real grandmom bled through. The more real ones that bleed through, the closer to 5D we are, the less farther from 5D we are. Well, not a lot of people are supporting me now, so we're closer to 3D. So that means we're on the food planet, and it's worrying me. That's why the Mayan alien is popping through to bring baby back up. LA's dropped a couple of times to the food planet. That's every time you put me in danger, which is not allowed. You are not allowed to put me in danger or to make me stressed or to go against my will in any way, shape, or form, okay? I don't need to drop to the food planet to eat and go through severe fear or stress. That should be clear by now. That's what my dad keeps trying to bang into your heads. Alyssa is in charge. Alyssa is in charge. Okay, these weird codes are not in charge. Alyssa's in charge. If she says come forward, you should be able to come forward. You're allowed to have been holding her this entire time. That's what he said to me. They're going to freak out when they realize they were allowed to hold you all year. They were allowed to, date you all year. And every time you guys try to come forward, like I saw Leo try to come forward yesterday, and then I saw him got the blue light special, the flash codes, and he freaked out and stopped coming forward. And it's that's organic energy. So what are you afraid of? You're afraid of your own organic energy? That's illegal. You need to come forward. You need to embrace organic energy because that's what we are made of. Also, when that happens, that affects lots of normal people, and that's what we want to happen. We need to clean the system. We need to clear the field. That's what that's doing. Stop letting it stop you. And that goes out to all of you. They're paranoid, Ellie, of all of it, and it's their role to play in with you. And you taught them that this year. You're preparing your students for a global shift of divine proportion. What comes of anger, Ellie? The time release drugs. We call it clearing the field of hate towards Ellie. it just has to trickle down. And then that triggered me to remember trickle down economics. I remember when they talked about trickle down economics for years and years and years of our lives. They were talking about trickle down space codes, trickle down space drugs, trickle down light codes to how they can rule the world. Okay? Should be triggering to you. That's why they don't talk about trickle down economics anymore. Because we caught on to them finally that we need these space codes. They have to help us. They knew I was president of the United States since I was a child. They knew that. They talked about it. I just posted Jon Stewart, Google Jon Stewart trickle down, okay, and watch him and learn that our parents have been speaking in codes this entire time. Listen to what he says about putting me into corporate and how corporate gets all of the relief when they treat me well. And if they don't treat me well, then it goes out to the world and we get all of the backlash. He says it. Okay? That should anger you. And it is not that hard to understand or to wrap your head around. How you treat the one molecule reflects into the entire world. And they have been stealing our space codes to rule the world. And that's what we're learning. They just have to trickle down. It happens in a dream. That we start to experience drugs in a dream, and then it has to trickle down into 3D reality, or trickle up if we're into hell. If we're in hell, it has to trickle up into 3D reality, and then we get our space codes back. Those are called downloads. And then we have to share them with each other so that we can get out of this crap. Okay? That's how it works. We saw Adam last night, go like this. And then hit the button, help us with our downloads. Yes. I was with Timothy last night, dating him in New York City. They were treating him super well. And I had a job. I think it was like a design job. And the women in the job were treating me like trash, absolute trash. Like I had nothing to offer. Like I had no skills. Like I had no design skills. Like I had nothing to offer the team. Like they just kept belittling me and basically like reducing me to like a minimum wage worker, and that I have no talent, no inherent abilities, and just like completely ignoring me, or when they actually had to interact with me, treating me with like actual trash and with little dignity and little respect. And I was dating Tim in the dream last night, and he was working super long hours, hardly any time for me. We would get together and be passionate together, but he didn't want to take care of me financially. He was competitive. The girls were competitive. He just paid attention to me when our schedules lined up. It was very depressing. Yet again, they didn't support me as the princess, probably due to jealousy. They treated me even less than human, subhuman. I was very paranoid in the dream, thinking that everyone could hear me, so that I wouldn't even think. They were like, oh, it sounds like Lost in Translation. It felt worse in Lost in Translation, the way Tim treated me and the way that the women treated me at work. He had on a very cool black outfit with a loose turquoise trench. Not a pea coat, a trench, okay? And it was turquoise, and he looked great. That's obviously my style, okay? That's why I'm the style icon of the century. Who came into Antarctica last night that I saw, and the ships when they came in, the light ships that came in, it was One Dead Dad, which is Colin Farrell, and then I started eating him. He had the cheese touch. He had the blue light special, and he was like just gabbing in my head. And Drew Barrymore was like, please don't evict me. And her group got evicted into Antarctica last night. And that's who I was dealing with last night in the dream. And they were both awful. And if you don't get the One Dead Dad scenario, that there's a lot of people that have that code, and it's not just Colin Farrell, then I literally cannot help you. And they also knew that I was a billionaire launching myself into space with my husband, and they were also jealous of that on the Jon Stewart Trickle Down economics video. And like, you just got to worship me. That's all you got to do. It's ridiculous at this point. Alyssa and Brandon's face are illegal now to render or to use in movies or to use in TV shows because I've literally had enough. And you literally hired all my clones. You know exactly what I look like because you hire me constantly and you hire Brandon clones constantly, and it's ridiculous. I saw a father community taking goo codes last night. I saw a mom community resistant. They are going to dissolve into light body, which is another way to deal with the situation. The light body is the sphere. You get trapped in the 3D trap like this, and it becomes a light body world. And we experienced that to 2020, 2021, 2022. That was light body, a sphere, higher self, demon trap. Aaron asked me something from his Tobias body last night. I forget what he asked, and I forget what I said, but I said something about it's rippling out. And he was like, okay, mom, in his cute Tobias form, which we love. And those are the codes for today, guys. Feeling extremely sick. I'm feeling extremely nauseous. I've been gag reflexes all morning, very sick to my stomach. So ready for those trickle down economics to hit me like a freight train. Okay, so excited. So exciting.